Another great match in the offing. It's for the 65-kilogram final. Nduka Jonathan is fighting from the red corner, and Kennedy Ogagbe is fighting from the blue corner. And the weight is getting heavier, 65-kilogram weight category. Jonathan looking very fit, and Kennedy also promised to be another explosive fight. Stooping to conquer Jonathan. This is Cocoa, a traditional sport. Referee this time around is some gamesmanship now, but medical team taking charge of Kennedy Ogagbe. Medical team taking charge of Kennedy Ogagbe. King Sawyer is still charge of proceedings of this 65-kilogram weight category. Jonathan taking on Kennedy. Arms locked. A referee saying no slapping. It's a wrestling bout. It's a wrestling match. That's what we want to see. It's the Billy Games right here at the Lagos State Sports Festival, Royal Park, Yaba. Another energy-sapping match, another gruesome match in the offing. The final of the 65-kilogram weight category. Jonathan is in the red corner. Arms locked, head jammed between Doku, Jonathan, and Kennedy Ogagbe. He's holding out, using all their power, using all their strength. Holding out, Jonathan now looking for the legs of Kennedy. Seems to be no way. So evenly matched so far. Using all their power, and now he finally gets his leg, and a reverse move there by Kennedy, defending, holding out. Not just want to lie down that time, Kennedy. That's the end of the first round. What an energy-sapping match between Doku Jonathan and Kennedy Ogagbe in the 65-kilogram weight category. So the stakes are really, really high for Kokowa traditional wrestling. Stakes are very, very high. This is for 65-kilogram weight category. He calls them for the second round, and they're ready to go. In the spirit of sportsmanship is the Billy Games right here in Royal Park, Yaba. It's the Lagos State Sports Festival, one of the traditional sports featuring right here. And Jonathan waiting for the opening. A lot of concentration is needed. A lot of tactical alertness is actually required. You must get your techniques perfectly right. You must strike when the opening beckons, when the opening comes. And Jonathan once again will look for the leg of Kennedy. The referee calls him to the center of the arena at that time. It must be fair and square. It must be according to the rules. But Kennedy just holding out. This is for 65-kilogram weight category, so you expect it to be this fierce, to be this tough. It's energy sapping, and Jonathan yet again always going to look for the leg. And yet again, oh no, not what they expected. He saw the opening. He was almost with the advantage of lifting Kennedy up, but our referee Femi Akinsoya saw something and called for the whistle, and Jonathan was not really impressed with that ruling that time. Kennedy giving as much as he's getting. And Jonathan seems more physically fit. The man in the red corner fighting, backing your screen right now. He's pushing Kennedy all the way. Seems to be more experienced. But Kennedy seems to be very smart, defending everything Jonathan has to throw at him. Always looking to go below. Finally, Jonathan gets him down and celebrates. The smart fighter. I tell you, that's why traditional wrestling is very difficult. Any part of your body gets down, you've lost the match. Jonathan was beaten this time. And finally comes out victorious in the 65 kilogram weight category. It's Jonathan that comes out victorious. And in the speed of sportsmanship, smiling away, enjoying celebrations from fans right here. Jonathan Ndoku coming out victorious in the 65 kilogram weight category right here at the Ibile Games at the Lagos State Sports Festival.
This is a very interesting one. I'm so happy to see some new young ones coming up with some kind of little mistakes, but definitely we'll work on that. The most important thing is how to catch them first when you talk about brushing. So I think it's a good start. They have the mind, they have the spirit of doing it, but there's a lot of techniques, experience around the Cocoa ground, the field of play. So definitely we'll work on that. We'll continue to put them through so that they will get that experience, and when it comes to international as well, before then they will definitely catch up.
How do you classify the kind of talent you've seen here? You know, this is about discovering new talent in Cocoa. How would you say their standard is?
I would say at least we are having a start now. This is the first time ever, as far as the federation goes around, this is the first time ever we're having such kind of coming together. So it's a good thing, it's a good start. So if we can have such like this, means that we can fetch them. So working on them will not be a problem, but coming together to organize events like this is where we are having problems. So now that we are having it, I think we are on the right channel.
Okay, one interesting thing we saw in this match, that you officiated a match that your brother took part in. How was it for you officiating a match that your brother took part in?
To be honest, I must say that my younger brother played very well, in the sense that he has not been trained in any way. He just had the opportunity, I just want to compete. And to me, I'm impressed because he has not been training, but he can play this far. At the end of the day, winning silver, I think it's a kudos. He tried very well. I'm impressed. Yeah.
In every national sports festival, you can see you can meet new talented wrestlers with a new different technique. You understand? Everybody has their own technique, but I tell you, these present wrestlers today, they have a very good techniques. So they are all trying. I believe this National Sports Festival in Cocoa will be more interesting than that of Port Harcourt. Not everybody understand the rules proper, because most of them understand the rules, while some of them don't understand the rules. So that is why they normally do mistakes. Whenever we have a National Sports Festival, you know, they always call for seminar. So during that seminar, I have to lecture in Cocoa the rules and regulation. You know, we have international rules and we have the local rules. So I take them on the two. With this, it can enable them to pick the best athletes for this year sports festival, National Sports Festival that is coming up.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoy the trails. It is important for us to be proud of our own indigenous sport. That is it for today. We will be back same time next week for another edition of the program Traditional Sport.